Hello. There are many technical issues. We are here. I think the mood stream is not working, but I'm too pissed off already with that. So work on it properly. Make it work. Even though it should be working. We're gonna be doing some stylized portraits. And I believe we're gonna make some. Let's see here. I'll be pasting the reference images as I'm going, so you guys can follow it easily. And the idea is to stylize, is not to make copies. And I'll be making with simple inking style. And it seems that Twitch is not working, even though it should. It's annoying. It's okay. I would like to understand why it's not working at least. This here might crash my OBS, so be advised. It's not working. It should be working. It's not. It's working. We have both Twitch and YouTube working now. Which how people do mood streaming like that not often. I mean, okay. After 20 minutes of setup, we can start properly. The goal here, as I said, is to just stylize some pictures I'll be using from internet, so that way we can have a proper idea for basic shapes and a bit of hatching and inking. It should be working. Everything's working? Okay, everything's working. Here. Have both chats open here. Okay, I'm gonna start with a rough sketch. Blue. And then go with black inking. friend here has very cool mohawk. And that's why we chose them. The idea is to draw different people. Or at least alternative people. And of course, as I said, stylizing, not make boring copies. The VOD will be available only on YouTube, because I didn't have time to configure on Twitch that function yet. Okay, we have a simple sketch here. I'm not gonna record time-lapse for this one, honestly. Go for a newer one here. So my goal here is to make a guy here look very cool. Here we have tangent or intersection of lines, so it's better to avoid it. Seeing that it can create some visual noise we don't want. I'm using Mark Brunet pen brush set, the free version, so it's easy to get it. With some custom pressure sensitivity on my own tablet. Make my hand hurt a little bit less when painting. When doing those stylized portraits, we need to think a lot about what we want to give more attention detail-wise. And I believe that we can come to an agreement that the mohawk and the bandana are like the most prominent features on this painting, on this picture. So we're gonna work more on it. And make less details on the rest of the body. The good thing about this technical line art brush is that it has a lot of texture already on it, so you can create very cool details with it. He has light roundish eyes, so I think it's important to keep that in mind. Not make those too tough eyes. The nib of my pen is scratching a bit, I think. I need to be careful with that. Let's make it eyebrows. Very thick eyebrows here. Hesitate to hide the eye behind the nose. I know it's a common thing we avoid, but it can create a better sense of depth in our drawings. You can use basic hatching to give some depth and contour the portrait. And here we have a section. We're gonna add more black. Make like we couldn't call it ambient occlusion, but create a bit of depth in the areas that would be darker. I hope I believe my shots are working. People are just non-talkative. It's okay. Important is to be here. Actually quite enjoying the results so far, considering I'm doing that quite fast. I am reasonably hyped because I didn't watch the last Nintendo Direct, but it appeared to me in the YouTube later shorts. We're gonna have a Toho game on Nintendo 1 and 2, the embodiment of Scarlet Devil, which I believe is going to be a remake from the original ones. And I wouldn't be more hyped. For those that are not aware, I'm quite a Toho and to say the least. Gizmo Hall looks pretty cool. I'm gonna remove a bit of the details from the head. Here's the skull. So they're gonna be only the details from the whole Hulk itself. You don't need to contour our skull for it. Those exercises here are very important in general for artists, because you learn faster by practicing than not just watching stuff. Plus, it's a good way to work on stylization, character design, line control. I'm gonna exaggerate some parts here. Maybe work on a whole fan art this week. I'm actually excited for the game to come out in a reasonable price. You guys would like the whole print? I would need to see a capture card, but I have a Nintendo Switch. Of course, it's not for everyone's game, but it's quite lovely. So here we have a lot of blank space on his head, and all that area here is kind of blending together, so we need to work on it. So we're gonna add a bit more of dark here. Show how tight the bandana is, work as a mask. And then that way we can shape the face better. It seems that my internet is holding the mood streaming quite well. That's good to know. I'm gonna erase a bit here so we can have some light contrast. When working with black, you need to remember the white color or the absence of ink if you prefer. That way you can create like shining points and stuff like that that will enhance the quality of your work. I'm gonna add a bit of ink here, make his face darker. That gives whole other vibes. So instead of going just putting big brush strokes, I'm gonna make smaller ones. and I'm gonna curve them as it goes here through the upper top of the eyes. So that way we create an illusion of three-dimensionality. Okay, here we go. We can do little highlight here. Too much. I mean, there we go. That part here is more rounded. There we go. Next. And keeping them safe, and be afraid, mother promise, so I say. I think I enjoyed the result actually. Let me test something here. I want to hear Yellow Submarine. My keyboard is picking up on the thing. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. There was a born. Leave the man. Sail the sea. The life. The end. Marine. Hey. Sun. Green. submarine, yellow submarine. When you're using color with inking like that, you can like not follow exactly the inking to create some cool effects like on the hair here. More wild hair. Interesting how with very few colors you can make something interesting here. I think if we put white, the pupils, yeah, whatever, in the eyes, you're gonna get an interesting effect. Submarine, yellow submarine, live in a yellow submarine. You can even use this whiteness here. Give some more details, like here, 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 the top of the ear, bridge of the nose, his eyebrow, even part of the hair, but not too much. Yeah, turned it out better than I was expecting, to be honest. So that's nice, that's nice. That's a good start of stream. Let's reduce here. Let me kind of white red there. This clear up. There we go. Way better. How long it took to do that? 30 minutes? Yeah, can do better. Let's folder it and go for another. Let me get a portrait here. It's important to not get stuck in the same face profiles and not only face profile but like the types of faces. So let's go with a female portrait that's not near this angle here. It might be quite hard. Yeah, I'm very indecisive about it. Okay, this will ignore. Okay, this might work. blue sketch. She has very prominent or like very lean actually jawline, so you can see better the bone structure. So we're going to enhance that, and she seems quite thin, so the face is reflecting that. And you get thinner or lighter if you prefer. Your face falls up, so it's important to understand that it's an entire body process that affects you for your portrait. But since the bones don't get smaller, it's not unusual for people that are very thin that they have a bigger head. Like her hair. I have a very dark shadow here under her chin, followed by a light spot here on the corner. So we're gonna try and replicate it. Okay, now her shoulder. gonna give much attention to her back. So we're gonna use here black shapes here just to give contour. Because again, the most prominent details are not here. They are in the other parts of the picture. She has quite a bigger nose in the picture. Understand how much detail you put without looking blurry. It's a gut feeling experience. I can't help much. But when you judge enough, it's normally enough. Because after all, you are visualizing the painting. Like here, I feel it's too much in the nose. I'm gonna raise it and make it simpler. Depending on the piece, it would be more important to have that smudginess on the nose. Oops. Hey. There we go, I feel the nose is a bit better now. When you don't have a clear intention, not intention, but a clear tool to show what you're drawing, because we have like big brush strokes. You need to suggest give the idea of what's gonna be the detailing to the person who's seeing the picture. So you would go and look for brush stroke directions and stuff like that to show what would be the movement or like the details, like for the hair strands like we did here. has a thinner eyebrow than the last one, so we're gonna represent it thinner too. Same goes here. The mouth is always something complicated for me to draw. Because it's a lot of information going on in my view. The wrong position of those informations can change everything. Mood-wise. So I go for, like, instead of drawing the actual mouth, I draw the shadows of it. So that way I can have like a bit of brief, kind of a more poetic license drawing it. Right. Don't be afraid of erasing or reworking steps here. Experimentation is always important on those studies. Yeah, this one here is not vibing. I think this way here is better. Where I don't actually shape the nose. Okay, let's try again. Following technique. Not a technique, of course, it's just a minor setup. Oh yeah, that was white already. She gives me blonde vibes. Blonde James Blonde. Her hair is more brushed in the back, so you can follow more the lines here. Different from our Mohawk earlier. But here it's other story. We can play a bit more. Especially because it's the points of the hair. Same here. It's a complementary action to create more interesting visuals. simpler colors. Do not get too complicated here. Let's have blue. Okay, I like it more. More frost vibes. Yeah, quite works. I'm gonna keep the grayish tones although for skin color. I enjoy more than actually making skin tones. So the group, and we did that in 20-ish minutes. Okay, I think it's a good time still. Let me do something here. I want to put that and that and that here. Maybe it's better if I put down here the portrait. Okay, it works. Let me test something here. Do you want that to be a part or something? Do you want it to be part of something? Okay, it looks a bit better, I think. That way we can see better the inking. Please give up who I am for who you are to be. So while you're hoping, so fucking I am. For the promises, the emptiness machine. Oh, that portrait. I am looking. Okay, I want to draw every single freaking image I see here on Cosmo for that study. Let's do... Ooh, okay, I like this one. Let's do a black character now. I cannot emphasize enough how important it is to draw people from every type, genetics, ethnicity, and draw people. Don't go like, oh, I only draw white people or Asian people. It's kind of lame. Blue sketch. She has a more square face, more cubic face, as you can see here. Let's go with that. It's important to start by finding basic shapes you can work with and see if you want to exaggerate or not them. She has very prominent cheekbones and I like that. So I'm gonna work on it. But always careful to not look like a caricature of her. That's not the intention. I like how her collarbone, it's collarbone in English, I believe so, it's very prominent here. I think it's beautiful. Got that space here on the anatomy here in Brazil and soap dispenser though. It's less glamorous, but okay. She is beautiful. Inner here. Inner here and more soft here. I don't want to give my shoulders. But it's interesting to see how her bone structure is more prominent in the chest. I like it. It gives full vibes to the project. I need to move it down here a bit because of her afro. That type of hair is interesting to draw because you need to remember to not draw every single strand of the hair, otherwise it's gonna look very, very too much. You need to give the impression of a hair. Plus afro hair, black power like that, it's interesting to work and give like exaggerated. Maybe it's slightly bigger, I think. She has nose around here. She has bigger lips than the other models we worked on. That looks like a mustache. Her eyes are a bit smaller. Her eyebrows are around here. That down part here is not what I want yet. Shadows of her mind. Let's start inking. space with moments, space Use a way bigger brush here. I hope my clip studio don't crash. Give the texture I want for the afro. we only stopped doing that here. That quick menu. I use it, but it's opening by itself. And especially when I don't need it. Didn't like that texturing here on the lip. perhaps. Let's see how it looks. Let's make it orange here. Yeah, I actually enjoyed making those. And I'm gonna stop it for tonight, because I have some other stuff I need to do, unfortunately. Thank you for everyone who could come and watch it. See you all next time.